All right, good afternoon. My name is Sean McGuire. I'm the Executive Director at the Albany County Land Bank. It is 3:35 p.m. on Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. We're calling to order a meeting of the Land Bank's Enforcement and Compliance Committee. We're holding this meeting remotely per New York State Open Meetings Law. This meeting is available on the YouTube channel for listening and viewing. This meeting is typically live streamed, although we are having some technical difficulty with the live stream today. So we will record and post this meeting afterwards. Today in the call, participating in the committee, we have the following board members: Charles Toohey and Sam Wells. From the Land Bank staff, we have Will, Lynette, Shelby, Susan, and Lillian joining us. The agenda was circulated to committee members ahead of time, contains a number of items. The first is a review of the minutes of May. There was no quorum for the June meeting, so we do not have June meeting minutes. If anybody's, hopefully you've all had a chance to review those meeting minutes. Are there any questions, suggestions, or amendments to the May meeting minutes or as presented? Hearing none. All right, can I have a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved.
Sam, can I have a second?
Second.
Charlie, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 That's unanimous. That carries. All right, we'll go to item number 3, review of enforcement and compliance actions for this month here. So you have the matrix there. Just a quick shortcut reminder, the green ones are buyer requests and the blue ones are the staff requests. We'll start with the buyer request on number 210 Livingston Avenue. We sold this in March of 2022, was completed in February of 2023. The buyer is requesting a release of the reverter clause and the quitclaim deed to secure a home improvement loan for a new roof. The enforcement release has been reported by the county. There are no code violations, but the property does have outstanding taxes for 2024, 2025 school taxes, and 2025 city and county taxes. Any staff comments on this one? Any comments on this one?
We recommend that the taxes be paid before we release it.
All right. Yep. So staff recommendation is to approve the release, provided that payment of taxes is paid and we receive those receipts.
I agree with that. That makes sense.
Okay. I think at the end here, also, just as a point of order, because this is the Enforcement and Compliance Committee, and your actions do bind the board. At the end, I'll just ask for a motion to approve all these decisions that we make so we can record that. I don't think we've done that in the past, but just looking at some of the governance pieces as we went through the bylaws, that's just something that I think we have to just tweak there, if you're okay with that. All right.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, thank you. I'll move down to staff requests here. First one is 54 North Swan Street. The property owner is seeking approval to sell the parcel to an applicant who previously rehabbed 2 land bank properties in Cohoes. The first inspection occurred on June 30th of 2025. Although the taxes are fully paid, there is one unresolved code violation from April of 2024, and no permits have been obtained from the city. The owner has a $72,000 subordination agreement with Home Headquarters for a property rehab, but they're now requesting approval to sell the property for $20,000 to recoup the costs from a new roof, and no permits are required for this work. Any staff comments here?
I emailed him last week and his wife to ask if they were aware that maybe there might be additional charges that would hold Home Headquarters, such as interest, and I have not heard back.
Okay. What do you want to do with this one, Susan? We want to give it more time?
Yes.
Okay, so we would just recommend holding that until next month to give it some more time.
Yeah,
Any
I was
questions?
curious. I was curious how that would work
Yep.
with Home Headquarters too. You know, they're right. The 20,000 isn't going to cover that 72. I can't imagine Home Headquarters would have been okay with that.
Right.
Especially with no permits on record for the roof. So, and that would, you know, for me, they need to figure that out as well, right? Yeah. And it's, you know, even if they get a retroactive permit, something, they got to go talk to Buildings and Codes. So.
Right, and Susan, that's a buyer request.
Time. Well, yes, technically.
Okay.
known the person who's purchased land properties before.
Okay, all right. So we'll let that bake for another month and revisit that. But that's why you're getting, it says staff on here, but because it came through the request and then staff worked on it, it's sort of in this gray area. So that's why you're getting it, because we did hear from the applicant about the discussion. I'll move on to the next one then, if there's no other comments, which is 103 Main Street in the city of Cohoes. We sold this in May of 19. It was completed in May of 2020. It was cited by the city of Cohoes in 2024 for foundation issues, with no response from the owner for 16 months. According to the city treasurer, the outstanding taxes on 2025 are school taxes for a little more than $1,000, which were due back in March. Last known update was in September of 2022, when the owner was reportedly out of the country for a family illness. A general permit was issued in 12/20 of 2019 after we sold it, but no response to emails or phone calls. Certified mail from the city has gone unanswered. The enforcement mortgage was signed by 2 applicants, but only signed by one. The city asked to be notified if there's any communication. We recommend to start the deed in lieu of foreclosure action, but stopping short since taxes are currently due. We at least want to preserve our rights on our enforcement mortgage, but we may stop short of foreclosure until we figure out what to do about those and get a final total on taxes owed.
Sounds
That
good to
makes
me.
sense to me.
All right. And then the next one, another staff request, 14 Sherman Street in the city of Albany. We sold this in March of 2018. It was completed in March of 2019. It was cited for no vacant building registry in May of 2025. I'm sorry, the estimated date of completion was March of 2019. Cited by the city of Albany in 2025 for no vacant building registry. There's issues with the exterior doors, exterior walls, door frames, windows. There's a violation that appears to be unresolved. There are back property taxes. We've tried to reach out to the owner, just not getting any response. The same thing we would start here is our deed in lieu of foreclosure action. And again, start with a notice to the applicant about that mortgage and our concerns there. And same thing, we'll stop short until we get a better number on what our potential liability is, or if we go the deed in lieu of foreclosure route, we ask we get the applicant to work with us to get it to nothing. But in this case, where there is, if we do go to a full foreclosure action, this is sort of the case that we had with 543 Clinton Avenue. We do get a judgment, but we don't always get the money. We still have to collect. So, all right. So those are the 3. It was staff recommendation to approve the release on 210 Livingston Ave if taxes are paid. 54 North Swan Street is no action at this time, but revisit next month. 103 Main Street and 14 Sherman Street is to recommend the start of a deed in lieu of foreclosure process. Can I have a motion on those 4 enforcement and compliance actions?
So moved.
Moved by Sam, second.
Second.
Second by Charlie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, hearing that's unanimous. That's all we have for you for the Enforcement and Compliance Committee. Do you have any questions for us? Otherwise, we can stand adjourned.
No questions here.
All right, at 3:44, this committee will stand adjourned. We'll see everybody for the full board meeting next week, next Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Take
Bye.
care.